The world is about to witness the most terrifying content ever revealed in the scriptures. Revelation chapter 9. A warning that does not belong to the distant future, but to our spiritual present. A trumpet sound that echoes through the centuries, breaking the veil between the visible and the invisible. Prepare yourself, for nothing will be able to contain what is about to emerge from the bottomless abyss. And the fifth angel blew the trumpet, and I saw a star fall from heaven to earth. He was given the key to the bottomless pit. And the pit was opened, and smoke went up from it as from a great furnace, and the sun and the air were darkened by the smoke of the pit. And out of the smoke came locusts upon the earth, and power was given them like that of scorpions. Are you prepared for a time when the pain will be so intense that people will cry out for death, and it will flee? We're talking about a time when the world will be invaded by forces that don't belong on earth. Forces that cannot be stopped, that have no mercy, and that do not seek to kill, but to torment. This is the beginning of the prophesied terror. The sound of the fifth trumpet is not just a sign, it is a call. An ancient gate, locked since the dawn of creation, begins to open. And the one who holds the key is not human. A star falls from the sky. But this star is not a celestial body. It's a being, a fallen entity with power over darkness. And it has been given the key to the bottomless pit. And the fifth angel blew the trumpet, and I saw a star fall from heaven to the earth, and he was given the key to the bottomless pit. The fallen star is symbolic. Many scholars believe that it is a fallen angel, perhaps Lucifer himself, or an entity with delegated authority to execute judgment. The key represents permission. Nothing happens without God's permission. This means that even the terror that comes out of the abyss is under the supreme control of the Most High. But that doesn't make it any less frightening. The bottomless pit, also called the abyss in the New Testament, is more than a place. It is a spiritual prison, a prison of horrors. What is locked inside should not be seen by human eyes. They come out of the smoke. They don't crawl. They fly. They're not ordinary insects. They are horrors created to torment. Locusts, but with a grotesque shape. Their wings produce the sound of horses rushing to war. Their faces are like those of men. Their teeth, like those of lions. And in their tails, the sting of scorpions. They were freed not to kill, but to inflict pain. For 5 whole months. And out of the smoke came locusts upon the earth. And power was given them like the power of the scorpions of the earth. And their torment was like the torment of a scorpion when it strikes a man. And in those days men shall seek death, and shall not find it, and they shall desire to die, and death shall flee from them. These locusts are not part of the original creation. They represent spiritual beings, demons once imprisoned, now released to fulfill a purpose of judgment. The fact that they are not allowed to kill, only to torment, shows that their mission is more psychological than physical. The torment of the soul, the collapse of sanity, continuous affliction. They attack those who do not have the seal of God. In other words, those who have rejected the faith, who have given themselves over to the worldly system, will be the main targets of the torment. Imagine a time when people beg for death, but death refuses to answer them. Where there is no relief, no sleep, no escape. Where pain penetrates body and soul. This is the scenario of Revelation 9. And for many, that time has already begun spiritually. They're not loose at random. They have a leader, a dark commander who reigns over the depths of the abyss. His name? Abaddon or Apollyon, the angel of destruction. And they had a king over them, the angel of the abyss. In Hebrew his name was Abaddon, and in Greek Apollyon. Abaddon only appears here in Revelation as a proper name. Many scholars are divided. Was he a fallen angel? A powerful demon? Or even Satan under another title? The fact is that he rules the army that torments men. He has authority in the kingdom of darkness. But this authority is limited. Note, he commands only because he has been permitted to do so by God. Even the abyss is under the control of the Most High. Even the destroyer serves a purpose in the divine plan. While Jesus is the good shepherd who gives his life for the sheep, Abaddon is the destroyer who takes the lives of those who have strayed from the truth. while Christ seals his own for salvation. Abaddon commands the pain of those who have refused God's seal. Abaddon is not a legend. He represents divine judgment incarnate in the spiritual world. And his appearance reminds us, there are limits to grace when humanity insists on rejecting the Creator. The abyss is not a symbolic tale, it is a literal fate for those who mock the truth. Heaven is no longer silent. A new sound echoes in the heavenly realms. Woe! Woe! Woe to the inhabitants of the earth! It is the announcement of judgment, the prelude to pain, the prophecy of torment. And I looked, and I heard an angel flying in the midst of heaven, saying with a loud voice, Woe! Woe! Woe to those who dwell on the earth! The first woe is past, behold, after it come two woes. In those days men shall seek death, and shall not find it. They shall desire to die, and death shall flee from them. This torment is not just physical. It is existential. It's as if humanity is tasting a foretaste of hell, without being able to escape. What we're seeing here is more than pain. It's divine justice touching human pride. God is showing, even in judgment, that He reigns. How many today live in torment, trying to escape their own conscience? How many wish to die to escape the pain of the soul, but continue to live in emptiness? The first woe is a living prophecy. Pain without redemption will be real for those who mock the Spirit. The 5-month torment points to the eternal torment of those who reject God's seal. The first woe is gone, but the earth will have no rest. The abyss is silent for a moment, only for a new and even more terrible force to emerge. And now, the Euphrates itself groans as it is touched. And the 6th angel blew his trumpet, and I heard a voice from the 4 corners of the golden altar, saying to the 6th angel, Release the 4 angels who are bound by the great river Euphrates. How many times has the world seen judgments, epidemics, wars, collapses, and yet man's heart remains closed? The second woe is the reflection of a generation that prefers to die in sin rather than live in repentance. The earth has already felt the first and second woe, but the third is the final cry. The end of time is approaching with a bang that will shake the world to its. If this revelation about chapter 9 of Revelation has awakened your conscience, it's time to act. The time for vigil is now. Don't let the darkness catch you unawares. Subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss any prophecy revealed, any mystery unraveled. Leave your like to strengthen this chain of light in the darkness. Share this video with those who need to awaken to the truth. Remember, judgment is coming, but mercy is still open. The decision is yours. Continue in darkness or walk in the light that never goes out.